Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RV GCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RV GCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RV GCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.
Hello, fine folks. This is Freedom Fighter, and welcome to Goldilocks Global Banking News. Beautiful people, the rise in gold is a sign that we will have a rise in the currency values. Gold, of course, will back our currencies. So as gold rises, it will be in a position to settle at its new place of value, so that the values of our currencies can rise and set at their new values as well. In the Goldilocks QFS Dialogue Room, every single day, more and more members are being set up, structured at their Tier 1 banks with their wealth managers, whereby accounts are completed, relationships established. Our members know exactly where they're going to go to exchange their currency. What about you? Our members know exactly what firms are going to manage their wealth and grow it. What about you? All of our members have done it for free at the Tier 1 banks and wealth management firms. What about you? As we see gold continuously rise in its value, it's reached its all-time high. This is the indicator that we are getting closer to the global currency reset. Yes, the RV. Goldilocks is providing invaluable information today regarding gold. A lot of what Goldilocks has been sharing recently has been about gold. Why? Because gold will set us free. And we are seeing how countries around the world increasingly building their gold reserves. Iraq has even acquired enough gold in the last several months that they now rank 7th in the Arab region and 29th in the world in gold reserves. Why? So they can back the Iraqi dinar with gold. No coincidence that President Trump is doing everything he's doing with the economy here in the United States, and also with the reciprocal tariffs beginning April the 2nd, which affect all currencies around the world. And with those currencies in those countries, knowing that uncertainty is coming to their economies, they all have backed their currencies with gold. Let's jump into what Goldilocks is sharing on gold. There's evidence Goldilocks sharing suggesting that a global shift in gold markets is now increasing demand for physical gold. What this means is, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, around the world, countries, companies, investors buying up as much gold as possible. The increase in demand for gold also is because of the concerns with tariffs that President Trump is imposing. The threat of tariffs on gold imports, particularly those from Canada and Mexico, has led to a surge in gold shipments to the United States, with some experts suggesting that gold traders are trying to stockpile gold before the tariffs kick in. Do you see what is happening? There's a significant amount of gold, estimated over 600 tons, in New York, in the New York vaults, which are also stored in London. The central banks around the world, like the Central Bank of Iraq I just mentioned, buying gold in record numbers. The last time Goldilocks, myself, and Dee had a call with the CBI, our intel call in October, they mentioned how they are buying more gold. Central banks are diversifying their reserves with gold and foreign currencies. Central banks are increasingly buying gold to diversify their reserves in preparation for the global currency reset. Gold is the safe haven, the safest of all assets. Central banks, including those in China, India, Poland, have actively purchased gold dramatically. You must realize that with the most increase in gold purchasing around the world and record numbers is what's driving the gold value so high. Because of the demand. Remember, supply and demand. There's a large demand for gold because every country around the world is preparing for the global currency reset and to back their currencies with gold. When we see gold moving the way it is, when we see tier one banks or wealth managers preparing our members the way that they are, when we see the Trump administration preparing with regulations like they are, we all know, everyone knows what's coming. Nothing can stop what is coming. See, many people are thinking of a switch to be flipped in order for the RV to be present. The flip is switched, and then all of a sudden, boom, the prices go up. Ladies and gentlemen, with the rise in gold prices, it's already an indicator that the flip has already been switched. The difference is that the switch that many people have been told that will raise the prices in currencies was not accurate. The real flip of the switch is the switch for gold that will back the currencies so that when it's time, the currencies will have protection as gold as its safe haven. And with gold as its safe haven and protecting of our currencies, gold, therein lies protection in our newfound wealth. The flip has already been switched. Again, the flipping of the switch that people were told in dinar land about currencies was never accurate. It was gold. You can't flip a switch to have currencies revalued without having the protection of gold beforehand. Gold, just like of a switch, you flip the switch on your wall, inside where there's electricity and wires, there has to be ground. The electricity has to be grounded in order for the lights to come on. And in order for there not to be a shock. Gold is the grounding of the global currency reset / RV so that there is not a shock. It's the grounding. So as we see gold rising, remember, the flip has already been switched. The RV, the currencies that will revalue, is the reaction and the lights that come on from the grounding of the gold switch that has already been flipped. In times of economic uncertainty, ladies and gentlemen, gold is seen as a safe haven. With the new digital asset banking system, everything is put in place in order for there not to be another 2008 crisis. Everything is being put into place so there would not be a market crash. Gold is a history of being stable, a stable store of value for centuries. Central banks are responding to events like COVID-19, economic uncertainty, and the war in Ukraine by buying gold. They also see gold as a means to hedge against inflation and, again, of course, against global financial crisis. The fact that some central banks' reserves were frozen as a consequence of sanctions has made them to diversify into gold. And as President Trump has made it so well known, as we move into a new golden age, it appears as gold is in process of leveling the playing field between countries and their currencies, between the East and the West. Gold is golden. It will set us free. Stay grounded like gold and prepare to establish your relationships at the Tier 1 banks and your wealth managers.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RV GCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RV GCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RV GCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.